Red Diamond is too loyal, back again with another video. Today we're reacting to another Soulsnack video, Police Captain Porter and his top 10 traffic stop tips. Let's get into this, guys.
Hello, I'm Captain James Porter of the Mango Park Police Department, and today I will be discussing traffic stops, what you should and should not do if you get pulled over. Believe it or not, there are some things that you can do that can prove to be favorable for you in case you get stopped. One of the things that you can do is try to look at it from the officer's perspective. Remember, he doesn't know you, and they are trained to deal with situations that are common and uncommon. One of the first things that you can do is to remain calm, cooperative, and most importantly, polite.
Polite.
Okay, so the first thing that you want to do is once you realize that you're being pulled over by the police officer, slow your car down and find a safe place where he can conduct his traffic stop. Once your vehicle has come to a stop, turn on your hazard lights, turn off your ignition, turn off your radio. Do not exit your vehicle. Stay inside the vehicle with your seatbelt fastened. Next thing you want to do is roll down your window. Keep your hands on the steering wheel while the officer can see them clearly. Do not reach for anything unless he asks you to. You don't want to go reaching for your insurance card because the officer may think you're reaching for a weapon.
Good afternoon, sir. How you doing?
Hello, officer.
I'm gonna need to see your license, proof of insurance, and registration, please.
When the officer asks you to present your license, registration, proof of insurance, advise him what you're going to do before you do it. For example, if that information is inside your glove box, tell the officer, "Sir, that information is inside my glove box. Is it okay if I reach in there to get it?" Once you give it to him, you are under no obligation to answer any other questions outside of that traffic stop.
Definitely, officer, no problem.
Take these into consideration, guys.
Go department. I'm gonna go get my license registration inside there. Is that okay?
That's fine.
I feel like sometimes it's scary getting stopped by a cop because you just don't know which ones are like genuine and which ones really just don't like you and want to take you to jail. You know what I'm saying? Because you got a lot of cops that's still racist out here. So it's like, it's scary because one minute they could seem nice, the next minute they're like, get out the car, put your hands up, and they got a gun pointed at you.
Remember what I said earlier. When you engage with the officer, be polite. Remember, they're human beings, and you don't know what they had to deal with earlier that day.
Do you know why I stopped you today?
Yeah, I mean, I get it. Like, I can't stand when people be like, oh, they're humans, and you don't know what they had to deal with. We're all humans, and we all deal with stuff. But when you're doing your job, I feel like, no, it don't matter what you've been through in the morning. Don't take it out on the next person. You know what I'm saying?
No, sir.
There's been a report of a robbery in the area. Where have you been in the past hour?
If you find yourself at risk for being charged with a crime, you do have the right to invoke silence. Stop talking.
Yeah, I'm taking that in. Shoot, like, I'm not saying nothing.
Sir, respectfully, I invoked my right to remain silent.
You're gonna answer any and every question I have. Do you understand me? Now, for the last time, where have you been in the past hour, and did you commit this robbery?
What are you talking about? I haven't done nothing wrong. You have nothing better to do.
And can officers do that, though? You know what I'm saying? Can they be like, oh, where were you at in this robbery? Like, can they just bring up a situation and put it on you like that? Like, that's crazy. That's bad on their part.
Just harass people, huh?
Don't argue with the officer. Be as straightforward and instructed as possible. If you believe that you're being stopped for a minor traffic infraction, just be honest. Look, the officer have heard all the excuses before.
You know why I pulled you over today?
Now, if you happen to know exactly what you're getting pulled over for, and the officer asks you, do you know what I stopped you for? You could say something along the lines of, I'm sorry, sir, was I driving too fast?
Was I speeding?
Speed limit's 35.
How fast was I going?
You're doing 46. It's quite a bit over.
Sorry about that. I didn't realize. Do you think any possibility that I can maybe get off with a warning? I promise to slow down.
Unfortunately, I gotta give you a citation. Do me a favor, just stay in the vehicle, and I'll be right back, okay?
If you should happen to receive a citation, just accept it politely. Look, arguing with the police officer is not going to improve your outcome.
All right. Both of those are yours. As you can see, I've given you a citation for speeding. Just need you to sign it right there. So as you can see on the back of the citation, you have three options. You can pay the citation, you can contest the citation in court, or you can go to traffic school. That.
Yeah, and again, sorry about the officer. Thank you.
Look, just keep it under the speed limit, all right?
All right.
You have a good day.
You too.
When the traffic stop is over, drive off calmly. Don't squeal your tires because you're likely to get a second traffic stop against you.
Dang, yeah, don't do that. Why he do it? Why is he doing that, man?
Hey! What are you thinking, pal? You just cost yourself a lot more money. I'm issuing you 2 more citations. One for driving without a seatbelt, and the other one for disturbing the peace.
He didn't even move nowhere, though. Was he just pushing the gas pedal, squealing his tires without going nowhere?
Disturbing peace? What are you talking about?
Keep it up, and I'll haul you down to the station. Is that what you want? Unbelievable.
Now, I get this question all the time, and the question is, does the officer have the right to search my vehicle without my permission? The answer to that question is yes. You see, if the officer has reasonable suspicion that a crime is being committed in his presence, for example, he may come up to the car, smell marijuana, or see an open container of alcohol, or he may even see a weapon in plain view. Then the officer has probable cause to search your vehicle.
Do I have your permission to search the vehicle?
No, sir.
What did you just say?
I do not consent to you searching my vehicle, sir.
Remember, you do not have to consent to a search. However, if the officer still decides that he's going to search your vehicle, do not try to stop him.
What's the point of them asking if they can search our vehicle if they're just gonna search it anyway? That don't make sense. And then we don't consent to it, and then they're like, oh, I'm still gonna search it anyway.
Just make sure that you advise him prior to that you object for later legal proceedings.
That's it. Out of the car.
What?
Move. Hands against the car.
If you do get arrested, remember, you have the right to remain silent. You also have a right to ask for your attorney. If you call your attorney, remember, the police do not have the right to listen to the conversation between yourself and your attorney. However, if you decide to call someone other than your attorney, like a friend or a family member, not only do the police have the right to listen to that conversation, but they have the right to use that conversation against you.
You're under arrest. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. Move.
Do not argue with the officer. If he gives you a citation, sign the citation. Refusal to sign a traffic citation may result in an arrest. If you get arrested, do not argue with the officer. You deal with that situation in court. If you feel that the officer acted inappropriately towards you, then you talk to his supervisor after the traffic stop has been completed.
Excuse me, officer. Can I have your name, your badge number, and name your superior officer?
What, are you gonna report me or something?
It's my right to ask for this information, sir.
My name and my badge number's on the ticket. My superior officer is James Porter.
Thank you for the information, sir.
Yeah, best of luck with all that, buddy.
Don't get caught off guard on your next traffic stop. Now that you know the do's and don'ts, you can be better prepared. Rule number 1, pull over as soon as you're able to. Don't forget to use your turn signal if necessary. Rule number 2, once you have pulled over, turn on your hazard lights. Turn off the radio and the ignition. Rule number 3, roll down your window and don't reach for anything until you're asked to do so. Keep your hands on the steering wheel at all times. Rule number 4, when the officer engages you, remember to always be polite. Appearing angry or rude to the officer is only going to make matters worse. Be kind and respectful. Rule number 5, plead the 5th. If there's any risk at all that you may be charged with a crime, invoke your right to remain silent. Rule number 6, be as succinct as possible. Do not volunteer any additional information that could possibly be used against you. Rule number 7, be honest. If you're caught dead to rights on a minor traffic infraction, speeding for example, just answer the officers honestly. Rule number 8, when the officer asks for your information, driver's license, registration, and insurance, tell them that you're going to reach for it next. For example, telling the officer that you're going to reach inside the glove compartment for those items is a very good idea. Rule number 9, if you receive a citation, take it politely, sign it, and go your merry way. You can contest the citation later in court if you so please. And finally, number 10, if you believe the officer acted inappropriately or you have any questions regarding their behavior, you may contact his supervisor after the traffic stop is completed. Thank you for watching the video. I hope it helps you on your next traffic stop. And remember to always obey the law.
We learned our lessons today, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned. I'll be back with more videos, and I'm out.